days I could not hold myself together. Days the weight inside my chest felt far too much. I was smiling on the outside for the people, but deep inside I felt like I was losing touch. There were nights I sat alone with all my questions, trying hard to find the strength to simply pray. I had tears that never made it to the surface, and pain I didn't know how else to say. When I was coming undone, when I was losing my way, you stayed closer than my fear. You stayed faithful through the pain. When I was falling apart, my God stayed faithful. When my heart was weak and wounded, He was able. When I had no strength to fight, He held me through the darkest night. I was breaking, I was shaken, I was tearful, but my God stayed faithful. I remember all the moments I felt fragile, when my soul was tired and hope felt far away. I remember trying hard to hide the struggle, when all I really needed was your grace. Still somehow, underneath my weakest hours, there was mercy holding up what I could not. You were near me in the ache and in the ashes, even when I thought that you were not. When I was barely hanging on, when all my strength felt gone, you were still the God beside me. You were faithful all along. When I was falling apart, my God stayed faithful. When my heart was weak and wounded, He was able. When I had There were pieces of my heart I could not carry, pieces I was trying hard to hide away. I was hurting in the places no one noticed, trying to survive another fragile day. I was speaking words of faith with shaking lips, Lord, trying hard to stand while falling deep inside. There were moments I felt one breath from breaking, moments I had nothing left to hide. When I was unraveling, when I was losing ground, you were the hand beneath me. You would not let me come down. You held me together when I was falling in pieces. You kept me from breaking when all of my strength was leaving. You stayed in the middle of all that I could not mend. When I thought I was coming undone, you held me together again. I remember all the nights I felt so empty, when the silence made the sorrow louder still. I remember trying hard to pray through weakness, but my tired heart could barely keep its will. I may still be healing from the things that hurt me, but one truth remains through everything I've seen. The God who met me in my deepest weakness was holding together all of me. When my soul felt far too worn, when my tears fell like rain, you were close enough to hold what I could not hold in pain. You held me together when I was falling in pieces. You kept me from breaking when all of my strength was leaving. You stayed in the middle of all that I could not mend. When I thought I was coming undone, you held me together again. Held by mercy, held by grace, held by grace, held when tears ran down my face, held in weakness, held in strength, held again and again and again. You held me together when I was falling in pieces. You kept me from breaking when all of my strength was leaving. You stayed in the middle of all that I could not mend. When I thought I was coming undone, you held me together again. You held me together again. You held me together again. In my weakest hour, when the night was longest, when my soul felt tired and my heart felt thin, when I had no words left strong enough for praying, and all I knew was how to ache within. You were near me in the quiet of the breaking, near me in the place I could not understand. When my strength ran out beneath the weight I carried, you did not ask for more than trembling hands. When I had no strength to lift, when I had no song to sing, you were still the breath inside me. You were still sustaining me. In my weakest hour, you were there. In my deepest pain, you stayed near. When I had no strength left in me, you were mercy, you were peace. When I felt too frail to carry all the hurt I had inside, in my weakest hour, you held me, and you did not leave my side. I remember how the fear would fill the silence, how the dark would make the future look unclear. I remember feeling one step from collapsing, one more burden from completely disappearing. But you are not the God who leaves the wounded. You are not the God who turns away from pain. You are near to every soul that's barely hanging, and near the hearts that call your name. When my heart felt almost gone, when the fight had left my hands, you were still my quiet refuge. You were still my place to stand. In my weakest hour, you were there. In my deepest pain, you stayed near. When I had no strength left in me, you were mercy, you were peace. When I felt too frail to carry all the hurt I had inside, in my weakest hour, you held me, and you did not leave my side. Weak but not forsaken, tired but still seen, broken but still covered by a love that reaches me, fragile but still held up, wounded but not alone. In my weakest hour, I still had you. In my weakest hour, you were there. In my deepest pain, you stayed near. When I had no strength left in me, you were mercy, you were peace. When I felt too frail to carry all the hurt I had inside, in my weakest hour, you held me, and you did not leave my side. In my weakest hour, you were there. You stayed near. You stayed near. You I learned how to hide it well. I wore a smile in every room, while inside I could hardly tell how much of me was slowly breaking, how much of me was losing ground. I kept saying I was alright, but my soul was wearing down. But you saw behind the surface, you knew the weight I could not name. And when nobody else could read me, you still stayed the same. When no one knew I was struggling, you knew, Lord, you knew. When no one saw the hidden hurt, your mercy still broke through. When I was barely holding on and trying not to fall, you were the God who saw my pain and stayed through it all. I remember feeling guilty for how tired I had become, like I should have had more faith by now, like I should have overcome. But some wounds do not heal quickly, some burdens take your breath, and some days all you have is weakness and a fear of what comes next. You were there in every hidden, every corner of my soul. What I buried from the whole world, you were already holding close. When no one knew I was struggling, you knew, Lord, you knew. When no one saw the hidden hurt, your mercy still broke through. When I was barely holding on and trying not to fall, you were the God who saw my pain and stayed through it all. You knew the tears behind the brave face, you knew the nights I could not rest, you knew the fears I never told them, you knew the ache inside my chest, you knew the places I was fragile, and you still loved me just the same. When no one else could see the breaking, you still called my name. When no one knew I was struggling, you knew, Lord, you knew. When no one saw the hidden hurt, your mercy still broke through. When I was barely holding on and trying not to fall, you were the God who saw my pain and stayed through it all. You knew, Lord, you knew. You stayed close. You knew. There were people I thought would stay forever, people I believed would never go. But somewhere in the middle of my breaking, I watched their love grow distant, cold. Some walked out when I got too heavy, some grew quiet when I needed truth. disappeared when life got painful and left me there to make it through. When others stepped back from my sorrow and others could not bear the cost, you stayed near the broken places where I thought that I was lost. You stayed when others left. You stayed when love grew thin. You stayed when I was wounded, when I did not know where to begin. You stayed when I felt abandoned, when my heart had nothing left. People changed, but you were faithful. You stayed when others left. There were nights I asked you why it happened, why the ones I trusted disappeared, why the ones who said they'd stand beside me could not stay when pain drew near. And I carried disappointment like a stone inside my chest, trying hard not to let rejection become the story of the rest. But you were gently teaching something in the middle of that loss. Human hands may fail and falter, but divine love holds the cost. You stayed when others left. You stayed when love grew thin. You stayed when I was wounded, when I did not know where to begin. You stayed when I felt abandoned, when my heart had nothing left. People changed, but you were faithful. You stayed when others left. You did not walk away from my weakness. You did not turn when I was in pain. You did not leave me in the silence. You stayed and called my name. You stayed in every empty moment. You stayed when no one else came through. But human love could not keep holding. Your faithful love still knew. You stayed when others left. You stayed when love grew thin. You stayed when I was wounded, when I did not know where to begin. Oh, you stayed when I felt I was not strong like I thought I should be. I was not brave every moment I believed. There were days my faith felt fragile in my hands, days I barely had the strength to stand. I was not fearless in the middle of the trial. I was not steady through each lonely mile. There were nights I cried more than I could pray, nights I did not know how I'd make a way. I was not strong, but you were. I could not hold on, but you were sure. I was not strong, but you were. When my heart was weak, your love endured. When I had no power left in me, your mercy became my strength to breathe. I was not brave, I was not bold. I was tired, I was worn, I was close to letting go. But where my weakness met your grace, you were strong enough for both of us. I used to think that faith meant never trembling, never doubting, never feeling small. But now I know that real faith sometimes whispers and still leans on God through it all. Because healing does not always look like shouting, and strength does not always look like steel. Sometimes strength looks like falling at His feet and letting Him hold what you can't heal. I was not enough on my own, but your grace kept proving I was never alone. I was not strong, but you were. When my heart was weak, your love endured. When I had no power left in me, your mercy became my strength to breathe. I was not brave, I was not bold. I was tired, I was worn, I was close to letting go. But where my weakness met your grace, you were strong enough for both of us. Strong in my weakness, strong in my pain, strong when I could not find my feet again. Strong in the silence, strong in the fear, strong when my soul felt too tired to stay here. I was not strong, but you were. When my heart was weak, your love endured. When I had no power left in me, your mercy became my strength to breathe. I was not brave, I was not bold. I was tired, I was worn, I was close to letting go. But where my weakness met your grace, you were strong enough for both of us. You were enough. I was not strong, but you There were tears I cried in silence, tears I never could explain, tears that fell from disappointment, tears that fell from hidden pain. Some were tears of deep exhaustion, some were tears of broken trust, some were tears from waiting so long for the healing I thought must come. You did not turn away from weeping, you did not leave me in the ache, and every tear became a place where I could feel your faithfulness. Faithful through my tears, faithful through the pain, faithful when my heart was weak and nothing felt the same. Faithful in the waiting, faithful in the fear. I have learned your love stays constant, faithful through my tears. I remember all the questions that I asked with tear-filled eyes, wondering if you still were with me when the answers passed me by. But you were teaching me so gently that tears are not a sign of lost faith. Sometimes tears are how the wounded keep reaching for your grace. You were there in every crying stayed near. You stayed near. You never let me collapse. There were moments I was certain I was one breath from the edge, one more burden from completely losing all the strength I had left. There were days the pressure mounted till my chest could barely rise. Days I thought if one more thing came, I would crumble from inside. When I was trembling under pressure, when I was close to breaking down, you were the strength beneath my weakness. You would not let me hit the ground. You never let me collapse. You never let the darkness have me. You never let the sorrow break the deepest parts inside me. When I was almost at the end, when I was barely breathing back, your mercy held what I could not. You never let me collapse. I remember every warning sign, Lord, every tear I swallowed down, every silent cry for help I prayed without making any sound. But you are not the God who watches from a distance while we fall. You step into the deepest weakness and you steady trembling souls. I was fragile, I was weary, I was one step from the ground, but your hand was underneath me and your love held all things up. You never let me collapse. You never let the darkness have me. You never let the sorrow break the deepest parts inside me. When I was almost at the end, when I was barely breathing back, your mercy held what I could not. You never let me collapse. Held by mercy, held by grace, held when I was losing place, held in weakness, held in strain, held again and again and again. You never let me collapse. You never let the darkness have me. You never let the sorrow break the deepest parts inside me. When I was almost at the end, when I was barely breathing back, your mercy held what I could not. You never let me collapse. You never let me collapse. Ooh, collapse. There were nights I didn't know how I had made it through the day. Nights my soul felt so exhausted, I had no more words to say. There were mornings I woke up weary before the sun had even risen high, and all I had was one more fragile breath and one more reason not to cry. When I had no song left in me, when all I had was need, your mercy was the quiet strength that kept me breathing. Lord, you kept me breathing when my heart was tired and worn. You kept me through the midnight till I made it to the morning. When I felt too weak to carry all the hurt surrounding me, your grace became the life inside me. Lord, you kept me breathing. I remember all the quiet places where the sadness felt so near, where I tried to hold myself together while I was drowning in my fears. You gave me breath when hope felt absent. You gave me peace when sleep would not come. You gave me just enough mercy to survive what I thought I could not. So now I look back with wonder at what your kindness carried through. I was weaker than I wanted, but your mercy always knew. Lord, you kept me breathing. When my heart was tired and worn. You kept me through the midnight till I made it to the morning. When I felt too weak to carry all the hurt surrounding me, your grace became the life inside me. Lord, you kept me breathing. Breath by breath, you carried me. Step by step, you stayed with me. By night, you covered me. Tear by tear, you strengthened me. You kept me breathing when my heart was tired and worn. You kept me through the midnight till I made it to the morning. When I felt too weak to carry all the hurt surrounding me, your grace became the life inside me. Lord, you kept me breathing. You kept me breathing. You kept me breathing through the night, through the pain. when the silence grew louder than my prayer. I nearly gave up when the weight got heavier, and I could not feel if hope was still there. I nearly gave up when my heart felt wounded, when I was tired of trying to be strong. I nearly gave up when the road got lonely, and I could not tell where I still belonged. When I was one breath from the edge, when I thought I had no fight left, your grace stood in the middle and would not let me quit. I nearly gave up, but your mercy would not let me. I nearly gave in, but your love kept holding steady. When my strength was gone, when my tears fell hard enough, I was closer than ever to walking away, but I nearly gave up. I remember every tired conversation I had with my own soul in the dark, trying to convince myself to keep on going, trying to gather the pieces of my heart. I remember how the pain felt endless, how the fear would knock the breath from me, and still in every moment I thought I was finished. Your hand kept reaching underneath. So when I think about those moments I could barely make it through, I remember it was not my strength, but your faithfulness that pulled me through. I nearly gave up, but your mercy would not let me. I nearly gave in, but your love kept holding steady. When my strength was gone, when my tears fell hard enough, I was closer than ever to walking away, but I nearly gave up. One more tear and you stayed. One more night and you made a way. One more ache and you were near. One more fear and you were here. I nearly gave up, but your mercy would not let me. I nearly gave in, but your love kept holding steady. When my strength was gone, when my tears fell hard enough, I was closer than ever to walking away, but I nearly gave up. I nearly gave up, but mercy held me. I nearly gave up, but you stayed with me. You were steady there Everything around me felt uncertain, like the ground beneath my feet could break. Winds were rising in the middle of my weakness, and my heart was bending under all the weight. There were questions moving through me like thunder. There were fears I could not seem to calm. There were days my soul felt lost inside the chaos, days I wondered how to carry on. Steady when my heart was racing, steady when my mind was tired, steady when the storm kept raging. You stayed my quiet light. You were steady in my storm, steady in the wind and rain. When my world felt overwhelmed, you remained the same. You were calm beneath the chaos, peace beneath my fear. When everything around me shook, you were steady there. I remember how the pressure kept on building, how the sorrow seemed too loud to understand. I remember feeling fragile in the current, trying hard to find a place to stand. But you never matched the panic of my spirit. You never moved the way my fears would move. You stayed firm while everything in me was trembling, and that steadiness became my truth. Steady through the darkened heavens, steady through the crashing sea, steady through the storm I feared would make an end of me. You were steady in my storm, steady in the wind and rain. When my world felt overwhelmed, you remained the same. You were calm beneath the chaos, peace beneath my fear. When everything around me shook, you were steady there. Steady in the sorrow, steady in the sun, steady in the strain, steady when the clouds rolled in, and I could not stop the rain. Steady in the weakness, steady in the fight, steady through the longest fear, and every sleepless night. You were steady in my storm, steady in the wind and rain. When my world felt overwhelmed, you remained the same. You were calm beneath the chaos, peace beneath my fear. When everything around me shook, you were steady there. Steady there, steady there, steady there. When everything shook, you were steady there. I have walked through many valleys. I once thought I'd never leave. I have carried pain and questions. I have learned how deep wounds reach. I have stood in nights of sorrow. I have cried through days of strain. I have felt the weight of weakness and the slow work of healing pain. After every tear, after every night, I am still here because you held me right. Still held by faithful hands, still covered by faithful love, still kept through every hurting season, still lifted when I was not enough, still seen in every weakness, still known in every ache. After all that tried to break me, I'm still held by faithful hands. I am not the same as when I started. There are scars that tell what I came through. There are tender places in me still, Lord, but they have learned